Hi guys, this is the tutorial for the lyrics poster for beginning photo. Hopefully it will sort of introduce you to more of the selective tools that we use in Pixlr, as well as getting used to lowering opacity and adding layers, especially text layers. So I'm going to share my screen. You're going to find this project in Schoology right here. It looks like this right here. You're going to go ahead and download this element. This is a vector. It's an image with a transparent background that we'll be layering with our lyrics from a song. So this is the artist Eminem, and we're going to be using the lyrics Lose Yourself. They are also located on our blog. So if you go to today's blog, you'll be able to just copy and paste the lyrics to that song. Or if you want to go ahead and Google search, you can Google search the lyrics. But I will go ahead and open up that blog. Again, it's misspollardphotography.com. So along with the element, the vector of Eminem's face, you will also need the lyrics. It's right here under beginning photo AB, and you'll see it says selective tool edit. And I have the lyrics right here for you. So the first thing we're going to do is head over to Pixlr after we've downloaded that element. And we're going to go ahead and do start photo editing with Pixlr E. You're going to go to create new. And just a reminder, if you're watching this tutorial on Pixlr, or I'm sorry, on YouTube, and if I'm going a little fast or if you need me to slow down at all, go ahead and use that setting gear to control the speed of this tutorial so that you can follow along. So from here, we're going to go to photo. I'm going to use portrait 8x10. And I'm going to leave my background transparent. So I'm going to leave this toggled off, this background option. Leave that toggled off and press create. So as you can see, we have a blank canvas here. The first thing we're going to do is add a background color. We're going to add a gradient background color. So you're going to come over here to this tool. This is the gradient tool. You'll click on that, which opens up this menu bar up here. And you can click here on this gradient box and choose whichever color you want. If you're working with a Chromebook, sometimes you won't have the same screen that I have. So just remember, anytime you see the three dots here on Pixlr, you can always pull down the menu so you see the complete menu. But choose any of these that you like. I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. And with the gradient tool, it doesn't just pop up on your canvas. You actually have to apply it. And the way to do that is to put your cursor somewhere on your canvas, hold down your trackpad, drag, and release. And you can do that from any place on the canvas, and it'll give you sort of a different gradient depending on where you place that cursor. So once you've placed your gradient background color, you're going to come over here to our layer panel. We're going to start working with the text layer. I'm going to go all the way up here to where it says text, and I'm going to add that text layer right there. And I try to make life easy for you. So again, if you go to the blog, you'll find the lyrics for the song Lose Yourself. And you're just going to go ahead and copy those lyrics. And once you get back to Pixlr, you will add them into that text box like that. Pretty easy. But I'm going to ask that you sort of adjust these a little bit. I do want them to take up my entire canvas. And instead of just adjusting the size, we're also going to adjust the line spacing and the spacing between the letters. So once you have your lyrics pasted in here, you're going to come right here to styles. And oh, I'm so sorry. You're going to actually come to format, my bad. Go to format. And you're going to adjust the letter spacing and the line spacing until it sort of fills your canvas. You can also adjust the size, but we're really looking to fill the canvas with those lyrics. I'm just going to leave mine center. Maybe I just need to adjust a little bit more. Something like that. I might actually even end up duplicating my images or duplicating my text layer by coming here to the duplicate button. And then just sort of filling up that negative space with more of the lyrics. And again, you're not going to be able to read the lyrics. They're just sort of a backdrop to the vector we're going to add in just a second. So something like that, that works for me. Let me adjust that a little bit. I left my text white. If you'd like to change the color of your text, you'll come here to the fill button and you can change the color. You can also change the font to whatever you'd like. You want it to be readable though. So I'm actually going to keep mine as is, but again, you can change the font. You can change your font color. So of my 3 layers right now, if you look in our layer panel, I have my gradient layer on the bottom. I have my text layer right above it. And then I duplicated that layer just to fill in some of that negative space. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add that vector of M&M space. And I come here to add. Actually, let me download it real quick. Remember, when you download, you have to open it up entirely. Let's do, it's called Slim. All right. Oops, as I open every window. I'm going to go to add image, and I'm going to add Slim. And you're going to kind of want to enlarge that vector somewhat and place him in the center. And the way I know that he's centered is because that pink grid line pops up, that pink vertical grid line. And that tells me I've placed him center. So play around with that, find a good spot for him, and stick it like that. Once you have him placed, I want you to lower the opacity. And we've done this with every edit we've done so far. In order to lower the opacity or the transparency of the vector, we're going to come here to the 3 dots. This is our settings feature, and we're going to lower it. I'll lower it around 70, 60, maybe 60. Something like that is kind of what I'm looking for. Our second to last step is to add one more text layer. So we come back to our layer panel, we add text, and we're going to add a keyword. So it can be Slim, it can be M&M. You can type Lose Yourself, which is the name of the song. You're going to choose one keyword. I'm just going to type Slim Shady. I'm going to make the size of this much, much bigger. And I am going to change my font again. And I would choose something different than the font of your lyrics. Let's see. Something like that works. Again, you can change the color of this. And as I'm placing it, you see that pink vertical line pop up. That means that it's center. I'm going to keep mine white, but again, fill bucket right here, that's going to change the color of your text. I'm going to leave mine white. Then I am going to come over here to styles, which I would like you to do as well. We're going to start adding drop shadows to pretty much everything that we edit. So you'll come down here from styles to shadow. And again, if you see the 3 dots at the bottom of the panel, you'll want to pull that down. The color you see right here is the color of your shadow. So currently it's gray. I'm going to go ahead and change that to black. And I'm going to change the opacity because I couldn't see it very much when that opacity was low. So I'm going to bring it up to 100%. And you can change the distance that the shadow moves away from your text and the amount of blur. I'm going to leave mine like that. Also in styles, you have the option to add an outline, which I would encourage you to do. Outline is right here, right above shadow. And if you toggle that on, the outline of Slim Shady, the color of that will be gray currently, but I'm going to change that again to black. But you do have what we call a color picker. So when you see these the color choices pop up, you'll see this color picker. And as you can see, whatever I hover over, it picks up that color. So if I were to hover over this orange and I clicked on it, it's kind of an orangish red, it populates this box here. And then now my shadow turns that color as well. So if you want to punch out, that's going to take away the fill color. And that's pretty much it for outline. Again, you can mess around with the distance, but don't bring it too far away from your text. And that's pretty much it. Easy peasy. This is only a 5-layer edit, but you'll do the same steps. Once we've completed this, you'll do the same steps with your favorite song lyrics and your favorite artist. But now that I have everything situated in my layer panel, I'm going to come up here to the 3 dots. And as we do at the end of every edit, we're going to go ahead and flatten the image and smush those layers together. And this is going to allow us to apply a filter. And the filter that you find is up here. It's under Effect Library. There's not too many of them. Find a filter that you like. And again, with the filters, you don't want to apply 100% of it. Make sure that you sort of lower it. I almost never leave it at 100%. You're just trying to blend all of your layers a little bit better. And that's it. Done and done. Let me show you the example I did with my favorite, one of my favorite songs. This is Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. So I used his lyrics. I did a better job on this of filling up my canvas with the lyrics than I did with the Lose Yourself song. So I kind of like this one better. And then I wrote Petty on top, and I didn't outline it, and I didn't do a drop shadow. I just kept it pretty simple. And then I added a vector of Tom Petty. So what we just did, you will go ahead and do again with your favorite artist, your favorite song, with a keyword down here. So maybe it'll be your artist name or your song name. And you'll submit that here to Schoology under the assignment, Song Lyric Poster, Working with Text and Selective Colors. So hopefully that helped. Hope you liked this edit. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message, and I'll see you soon. Bye.